Hello again, I'm TheFatNatural, here with my fat and fluffy buddy Fampy. He's going to help me review Megaman10. Now, some of you may know the Mega Man franchise from 1 through 8, and even maybe 9 that they released on the Wii and now the PS3 network. Some of you may know Mega Man from Mega Man X series, where you can play Zero. Okay? But wherever you know the Mega Man series from, you'll recognize a lot of the elements that I'm going to be talking about in Mega Man 10. Overall, I don't think this is a bad remake, but there are definitely some issues with the game that I'd like to talk about. So without further ado, I bring you the review for Mega Man 10. Okay, first things first, let's go over boss order. This is going to make your life a whole lot easier with this game. Everyone always looks it up, they always wonder what it is anyway. So, Fampy convinced me to let you know that the boss order is as follows. For Mega Man, not Proto Man. For Mega Man, the boss order is Sheep Man, Pump Man, Solar Man, Chill Man, Nitro Man, Commando Man, Blade Man, and Strike Man in that order. Each one being the secondary's weakness. So if you beat Sheep Man, he's the weakness for Pump Man. Pump Man is the weakness for Solar Man, and so forth. So again, Sheep Man, Pump Man, Solar Man, Chill Man, Nitro Man, Commando Man, Blade Man, and Strike Man. Okay, and then it circles back around with Strike Man and Sheep Man. So now that we've covered the weaknesses, let's go over some of the issues with the levels. Okay, so first things first, here's your stage select screen. So let's go ahead and go to our first guy, Sheep Man. Now you may notice that a lot of these guys have intimidating names like Blade Man, Solar Man, Nitro Man, Commando Man, Pump Man, to a lesser degree. But Sheep Man? I mean, this is the worst thing since Mega Man 6's Native American Man. I mean, really. Really. So, we're racist against Native Americans, and now we're going to start using animals for Mega Man humor? Ridiculous. Who makes a sheep robot? So, in this level, basically, the level is very easy. You're going to have, in the beginning, a few little cursors that draw some lines for you. They're going to create boxes, and, you know, basically, it's just a pretty, real basic first level, you know, kind of like Metal Man's level from Mega Man 2, if you remember that. Okay, but the problem with Sheep Man's level is, you get to this portion, okay? These are treadmills. You run on the treadmills, and they make little standing platform, foldy down doodads. Okay? So you're running, and you jump. Okay, not a problem, except when there's enemies in the way. But most of the enemies are out of the way, except for this one portion of the level. Good luck with this. You have to time this right, and I mean from the second you get there, you have to time it right or you're screwed. Okay? So, we have a little jumpy guy. One of the guys up top, you can see him there, that you land on and you crush him down or you shoot him in the face. Kind of like the cactus guys from Mario Brothers. Okay? But you're running on this treadmill, and you obviously have to run to the right to jump on the platforms. Okay? But when you get to the right, there's this little douchebag. Okay? And as soon as you come on the screen, he shoots at you. So instantly, when you're trying to jump on the platforms, you get hit. And don't get hit over the chasm, because you know Mega Man rules work. You get hit over the chasm, you're dead. Okay, there is no recovery. So, be careful at that point. That's really my only gripe with Sheep Man's level. He's actually a pretty easy boss. He doesn't really do much. He strikes lightning at you. He's pretty easy to chase around and beat. So, now that we've got the first part out of the way, let's move on to the second level. Okay, so the second level is Pump Man's level. Okay, now, he's a water pump. I'm not sure in what frame of mind a mad scientist has to be in, I guess a mad frame of mind, in order to build a robot that has to pump itself like a 1760s water well with a little thing, you know, you pump it and then the water comes out. It's like the worst machine ever. And this is a robot, and he shoots it at his weapon, and he has to pump his head to shoot the stuff. Who's designing this crap? It's like designing all these robots in Mega Man that their only function is to walk around and run into you. Like, Mega Man's suit has some weakness on it where if something touches it, it instantly electrocutes him to death. So, anyway, my only real gripe with this level is that there are these little pipes, okay, and they pour down water. Obviously, you've been through levels like this in Mega Man. It pushes your head down, okay? So we get to a gap with some of them. Not really a big deal. It's a small gap. We go to the next gap. You've got a good space to jump out of the water. Water helps you jump higher in Mega Man, so you'll still make it. But the next gap, yeah, screw this noise. If you've played this game, then you have sat at this gap going, what in the world am I supposed to do? I cannot make it across. Well, you have to back up, use your R coil, and put it right on the edge, and then jump across. Okay, so just to spoil that a little bit for you. And then you've got this cluster, piss. Okay, and basically this is 2 Helmet Joes and a waterfall, a big space, and a ladder to get to. So good luck with that. You just kind of got to know how to shoot. You can get rush coil on the very edge of the single column you're sitting on, but if you do that, you risk falling. So just shoot him and try to, basically try to use all your jumping skills to get across to the ladder. Alright, so the rest of the level is pretty straightforward, Mega Man style. Don't go back, because you're punished for going back, and you have little bomb droppers in this level, the bee guys that fly around. You're going to encounter a few more of the little water pipes, and pretty much that's all there is to this level. I mean, and Pump Man's pretty easy, but make sure that you anticipate his jumps, because when you use Sheep Man's cloud, it sort of hovers in one spot and strikes him with lightning. Now, you can hit him with the cloud, but it doesn't do much damage. So you actually have to hit him with the lightning to do the weakness damage. Now on to the third level. Okay, the third level is Solar Man. Obviously this is going to be a fire level, no one's surprised by that. Okay. What did surprise me, however, is the lack of innovation on the traps for this level. Okay? I mean, the level is pretty easy. I mean, there's a lot of climbing up ladders and la-di-da. There's not a whole lot of enemies to encounter, and it's not too terribly hard except for the mini-boss, which is ridiculous. Okay? Try not to lose any life by the time you get to it, because these things are so freaking random, they have no pattern, and it is not easy to beat. So, you might have a little trouble with it, but whether it's fighting these ridiculous owls that I can't seem to get past any time that I play, except when I'm really, really, really lucky, it's dodging fire trap after fire trap after fire trap with these little guys that shoot from one fire pipe to another. There's even ladders where this goes on vertically. So basically, that's the only thing about the level. You master the fire traps, you win the level. Okay, so let's move on. The next level is Chill Man. Chill Man's obviously an ice level. However, when we look at the level, does this level look familiar to you? I'm pretty sure this is an exact copy of Gemini Man's level for Mega Man 3. I mean, this level is ridiculous. Let's check it out. It's got all the flashy stuff, the crystals, and they even flash a little bit when you walk on them. And is this a double small hump with a mountaintop on it? This is exactly from Gemini Man's level. All they did was add ice pyramids in the background. But they're not even ice pyramids, they're like ice metal pyramids. So, I don't really understand what they're doing with this level besides just cloning. The only unique feature of this level is jumping on these little ice blocks to break them open. And if you do it in the wrong order, you get spiked to death, which of course is one of the most ridiculous parts of Mega Man. The guy can be shot 50,000 times with fire or laser beams or whatever, but God forbid he step on a nail because he explodes into 1,000 pieces. So anyway, master the ice. The level doesn't actually slide you much, believe it or not, like you would expect, but pretty much this level's straightforward. Again, kind of a classic Mega Man thing. Very small rooms, a few little spike traps, enemies. Basically a jumping order puzzle, just like the blocks that appear, or like you experienced in Sheep Man's level with having to jump on the disappearing blocks in order to make sure you get each power up or don't fall into the spikes. That's pretty much all there is to this level. On Chill Man, you want to use Solar Man, obviously, because it's going to melt his icy heart with a Warm Island song. No, wait. That's copyrighted information. But anyway, you want to use Solar Man on Chill Man because that's going to be his weakness. It's very easy. You just run up to him and just, waylay him with it. Just spam the button. He's dead. No problem. So, let's move on to the next guy.